What is up, guys? Sub-Zeric here, back for another coaching VOD review session. As always, if you are looking to get coaching, go to the link in the description. Is the Metafy link, and you can get coaching yourself. I do live sessions, VOD reviews. You get 10% off if you're a Twitch sub. You get another 10% off if you buy more than one session. And you can also do these training plans, which are like big bundles of sessions. You know, this is actually 6 VOD reviews, and this is a bunch of reviews as well. So if you want to get coaching, check it out. That being said, let's get right into the VOD. We start a tier, Vladimir. I think I've said before, I'm not like the craziest about the tier start. It's okay though. The problem is if you get 2 tiers, it's a little bit hard to make use. Like I like 1 tier, for like an Archangels or even like a Static Shiv or something. Trying something new, go easy on me. Oh yeah, and this player said they tried to play more tempo style. So I'm interested to see how it goes. Honestly, from this shop, if you've watched some of my games, you've probably seen I really prioritize the Guardians like Jade opener. I think that is like one of the best openers in the game right now. I'd personally buy the Taric plus Ezreal. That's fine though. I would also, if I'm buying the Heimerdinger and the Thomas Kench, I'd feel the Tom Kench over this and probably pick up the Senna. Static Shiv is totally fine slam if you're gonna play Cannoneers. And like Heimerdinger, Tom Kench, and Senna are all Cannoneers units, so you could do that as well. This looks like more like a Mage opener, which I'm not the biggest fan of on this current patch. We'll see. There's a new patch coming out in a little bit, but I mean, it does. And I completely agree with selling the Canes. I don't think this unit is very useful in the early game. We find a Nami, but still, I don't know. We can potentially make Mages work. I mean, you should put the Astral in here. Okay, it looks like it's going to be an Astral Mages game. It could have been, you know, some kind of like Jade. You know, you have the Ezreal, Ashe, Taric, and then if you get one more Jade unit, and you also have the Guardian as well, you could play that kind of opener as well, which I think in general is a bit stronger. But we can try a Mage game. I personally think Mages are a bit weaker in the meta than some of the other comps, like Jade, and like Mirage. Okay, so we get another tier, which, I mean, does push us into Mage. So we weren't gonna, we can't make gold here, and there's no reason to pre-level because we're holding on to a pair here. These augments, I think Ascension is fine. In Mages, they tend to have pretty long fights, especially when you itemize a Nami. Better Together is just in general quite strong, though we don't have any items to actually... We have the tiers, right? They could be cones, but our first slam is going to be a Static Shiv. And then Eternal Protection, if we were playing Jade, I would be down. But it looks like we're not playing Jade this game. So I'm down for Ascension or Better Together. I think either one's fine. I would lean toward Ascension, but you can make Better Together work. I don't know about Reroll here. I think those are fine. Ascension, and let's peep the win rate again. Because I was looking at it at the beginning of this patch, I think prior to the B patch, and it was doing really well. 4.49 is, you know, not bad. You know, it's much better than a lot of other stuff. I tend to not like rerolling augments when we have good enough options in most cases. Just because you can, you know, there's a game I played a while ago where I was like, these augments are all okay, but I'm going to reroll them. And I got like combat training plus like a Mirage augment when the Mirage was pirates, and then another augment that was like untakeable basically. And I ended up taking combat training, going like fastest 8th of my life. Like similarly in this situation, Beast End to me feels pretty untakeable here, and Three's Company feels pretty untakeable here. Cyber Shell is a good augment, so we're happy to take this. But if this was like something else that's like basically untakeable, your game is just very difficult from here. Like Three's Company, I don't think is very good. So we'll take Cyber Shell here. But I would have been down to just take the Ascension. Interesting. Oh, we're gonna try to take Three's Company. So, I mean, let's think this through, right? Okay, first of all, when I look up Three's Company, it has like terrible stats, so I think this augment is kind of a bait. I just think it's a little bit not balanced right now. But if you think about it, in the Mages comp, there are some crucial 3 costs we want to hit, right? You want to hit Sylas, you want to hit Rise. So it's not the craziest thing in the world to take this. You could even hit like a Lulu and get trainers in early. I just think like you compare getting these 3 costs, which is just going to end up being some gold in most cases, to like having an Ascension, which is going to be insanely strong late game, or even the Cyber Shell is really good. Yeah, I think this is a bit... I personally wouldn't take this, but let's see what we get here. Nivea, Lee Sin, Varus. Yeah, like I don't really think it's a Varus game with the double tier. The Anivia you could try to make use of with like a Jade opener wouldn't be bad. Though we have these mages. Like if you wanted to make use of the Anivia, it would be like Ashe, Taric, Anivia in, and then we like play for Lost Streak probably. And Lee Sin actually works really well with that sort of like Jade Dragonmancer opener I'm talking about, where you play Ezreal. But we're pretty far from that here. We need a Karma really to round that board out. So, I mean, in worst case, you can just make gold. Okay, I agree with leveling here for the Heimer 2-star. And we can just make 10 here, huh? We can just play around mages and make 10. So that's something that this augment gives us. I would just personally, like we basically took that augment and gave us 9 gold. I would prefer an Ascension to 9 gold, like every single time. But not the worst. And like maybe we could have hit a Rise. The problem is like how do you fit Rise on this early board? You just cut Heimerdinger for it, but like Heimerdinger 2 versus Rise 1, it's pretty close. But we didn't know we had the Heimerdinger 2, right? We got it in this shop. Yeah, like we can't even make 20 here. So it's not like our econ has been like super far put forward. Wow, it looks like a lot of Jade players. Theoretically may just do well into Jade, I think. So I mean Jade can tech in Mystic pretty easily. But the idea is like most mage comps, the fights take a long time and like Rise will scale up during them. So you would, you know, something like a Jade that usually has really long fights would be good for you. I'm down to pick up the Ezreal here. It could be our next level. You know, it's like probably the Tahm Kench 2. Like if we had an Ez 2 here, it's maybe stronger than Tahm 2. Not 100% sure. I mean, look at this Jade shop. All right, we have the opportunity to double level here. It looks like you're gonna. Yeah, you said you were doing a more like tempo style. I think there are a lot of fights here that double leveling can actually make us win. So I'm totally down for this. Yeah, I like this a lot. It's like this fight here, I mean, hopefully we win it, but I think without leveling, we probably lose it. It's close. But I mean, with the double level, we're so much tankier, right? By getting in Bruiser. Like the thing is, once the front line dies, the rest of our board's kind of gonna fall immediately because you know it's just like Nami and Heimerdinger. But if we can keep the front line, it's pretty lit. We have this tier on this Vlad. So what do we want to do with this tier? Archangels is good. Wow, wouldn't it be insane to just get this Silas with Rod? Yeah, I would love to get that. Like Archangels is fine. Shojin is fine. That's about it. You can take like Redemption. I don't think it's the best frontline item. It's good into some comps, but I mean the Silas with Rod would be incredible. Okay, we take the Giant Spell, which is fine. I mean, if we couldn't get the Silas, which that person was going to take it, I would take the Giant Spell, mostly because it's on a 3 cost, but also because it's a really good item. I don't think I'd slam Redemption here personally, but it is something to really consider. I mean, you can just field the Alawi right now, right? And then hold this Alawi pair. Yeah, I like this. I was thinking of playing Tahm Kench here instead of this Skarner, though. So I guess once we hit an Astral Shop, we might hit Skarner, too. Tahm Kench, I think, is a slightly better unit than Skarner. It's close. But, like, you know, there's no reason to play 4 Astral, so we could have played Tahm Kench over Skarner. I would at least play Tahm over Skarner here, because I just think he's a slightly better unit than Skarner. The Skarner's, you know, not bad. Okay, we fight a level 4 player who's on a win streak, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, I feel like this happens so much. Like especially like inversely correlated to Elo. Like in Challenger, you don't see a lot of people like win streaking level 4 here, but you know, in other Elos that happens. Oh my god, what a shop. I mean the Silas is insane. We didn't even get that off the Astral Shop. You should always field the Silas here over the Skarner, right? Way, way, way better. Hopefully we do it, because it is absolutely our strongest board. You know, even though it's 4 mage, right? I mean, the Silas with Magein is 10 times stronger than... Okay, not 10 times, but many times stronger than the Skarner. And we don't need the Skarner. Oof. Okay, if we lose this fight, which we might... Hopefully it's not a Silas diff. Ooh. I mean, our Nami getting wrecked here is pretty sad. I don't know if Silas could have won us this fight. Because they do have a Diana 2 with IE, which is just insanity. Like, we just kind of low-rolled a bit fighting this person. I would sell the Skarner here, right? We're taking Skarner out for Silas, whereas Vladimir's going to stay in for a while. I think that's just familiarity with the mage comp. Vlad stays in for quite a while, right? You just play Alawi plus a Bruiser, and then the other 2 Astrals are just Vlad plus Nami. So, yeah, I would chill out. Really rough we lose our streak there, right? If we could have kept our streak, this game is absolutely free, just because mages with a streak is insane. But it's okay. We're still very high gold, very high HP. The other thing is that, like, it's a bit hard here because we took this early econ augment. Like, we have a lot of gold, but not a lot of, like, actual combat strength, because we took that augment. Okay, I mean, I guess this is gonna be a Hodge, right? What else could it... Wow, look at these hits. Holy crap. Not bad. If we had one last fight, I'd be down to pre-level, or, like, early level here, but because we didn't, no reason to, right? No streak to keep. But yeah, we have all of these tiers. I think this has to become a Hand of Justice on Nami, and it's not the worst item in the world. You know, it's not really what Nami craves, just because she's already healing so much, but, like, I believe if we just look at stats, it's not that bad. Let's just look real quick. I think because on this patch they nerfed, you're not going to see it in, like, her top builds, but if you go to individual items, it's probably not the worst, right? It's not great. A little better than Renan's Hurricane, according to this site. But I mean, almost as good as Rabadon's and Gwinsu's, which I think are fine items. Redemption. I mean, you look at average placement, right? But the thing is, this item's probably not going to stay on Nami the whole game. Yeah, the question really in this situation, though, is we have a tier and a glove. What are we going to do with these items if not Slam Hodge here? So we are on a loss streak, so we can greed items a little bit longer if you want. But I just think, like, it's going to be really hard to build some items. I don't really like the fact that we have 1, 2, 3, 4 components that aren't building anything right now. So I'd personally just slam the Hodge, especially if you're trying to play for win streak. But I mean, obviously we lost our streak there. So yeah, we can also wait and see what our augment is. It's not the worst idea. Theoretically, you can make 50 here by selling the Skarner plus the Lulu. If we could make 50 by selling just the Skarner, I would do it, personally, because I'm not going to play the Skarner after my 3-2 roll down. But in this spot, I think it's fine to not, because we want to hold on to the Lulu, actually. We could just play that next round. Exiles Ludens. I mean, it's Ludens every time, right, for mages. And we have a static shift slammed. It's actually insane. So yeah, we can put Lulu in here. Most times when I play mage, I roll at 3-2. Yeah, I would just roll to hit our Astral Shop, so again, yeah, hitting Nami too is great. And that's fine. We can't... It's not like we're gonna hit Nami 3 here if we roll it all the way down. So that's fine. I tend to not like putting Namzi in the front row if it's Namzi 1, just because this unit has such little health, especially after this previous patch. I like to put Namzi second row, so that Namzi can get a good angle to snipe potentially their backline with its shot. But yeah, I would say I'm Hodge here. Also, this Lulu positioning is tiny bit sus. If the entire enemy team's here, Heimerdinger is going to get stuck in this corner. I tend to like just having Lulu right here, because this can potentially trap the Heimerdinger. Namzi's always going to walk up, so this is fine. But yeah, like, okay. I mean, Lulu is relatively low range, so I think in most cases it's not going to get trapped, but it is a possibility. So it works out here. That's good. 2 streak, not bad, not bad. You really want to be win streaking with mages. Ugh, like, imagine if we'd won that fight against that Diana player. But I mean, it was just an insane high roll they had, right? And there's another person playing mages, which is a little sus. Around now, yep, this is perfect. I would scout around and see how many people are holding Namis. And that person had a rise too, which is kind of scary. This is my thing, though. I feel like mages can be fine when completely uncontested and with really good augments. But if you have either of the other two things, mages are contested or the augments are slightly poor, then I think this comp is not so strong. Okay. Our Nami gets jumped on here, so it's just kind of a positioning diff. We're on the wrong side versus Olaf. Nah, you can still play it. You can still play it. Looks like we still win, though, which is really nice. You could... I mean, there's no way to make gold here. You can sell the Alaois and go to 49, but... I mean, we have 5 Alaois. I think we can definitely look at Alaoi 3. Healing reduction really good here. So, you know, a Sunfire or theoretically a Morello's on Alaoi, but it's not as good. I would definitely look for the Sunfire here if we can get it. Okay, we can't get it. I mean, we can just take a sword for Shojin. I don't, I assume this is for Warmogs. I don't actually prioritize Warmogs that high because I think Sunfire is such an important item. Or just having some kind of healing reduction item. Namzi is fine, but, you know, I think kind of having the guaranteed healing reduction, because Namzi can just get killed so easily, is important. But I mean, also, like, theoretically, like, let's look at items and just think, like, theoretically, Warmogs is not the best item on Alaoi. The idea is that, like, 3-star units, they get a lot of extra health, right? So, you know, it shows up here. It's not so bad. You see how like best in slot doesn't include it, but it's good enough. It's definitely good enough. But I mean, you see how we'd much rather have a Sunfire and like a Redemption. The thing is like this flat HP, 3-star units get a lot of extra health, but they don't get any more resists, right? So to scale with that health, I tend to like to build resists. So you see something like a Gargoyles is really, you see Gargoyles in every single of these like top 5 builds because 3-star units really want resists, right? The health is, they're going to get a lot of health just by being 3-star units, but resists they don't get any more of when you scale them up. Even something like a Redemption that actually scales on missing health, that scales with how much HP you have. That's why, I don't know if you played last set, but like Cho'Gath, which is a unit that had insanely high health, really liked Redemption because it scaled with health. So I would prioritize like these items personally over something like over something like a Warmogs. But I mean, as you can see in the stats, it's fine. I would just prioritize other items higher. And I would have been fine just building Shojin here. Wow. Okay, this is a really fast level 7. This is fine. If we hit. The other thing is, what are we adding here? I'm down to put in like Silas plus another mage to get 5 mage in. That's not so bad. Ideally we hit like Silas too. Something you should do before we do this, which I don't think we did. I can't use left and right keys to tab through these. This is slightly annoying. Okay. One thing you should do before this is look at your next few fights. Look at the people that you're gonna fight. Because if you level here and lose, it's really bad for your econ, basically. I don't hate the level here if putting in another unit can help us win here. So, yeah. There's also an idea of just rolling down for Nami through here, but we're so far off Nami that I actually agree with the level and then roll here. We hit Lulu, we hit a Nami, we hit a Lulu, we hit a Nami, really good. I'd like to pick up 1 mage, ideally. Play 2 Namis, I guess. Okay. Is Silas stronger than the second Nami? It depends on the combats. It depends on how much frontline you really need. Our frontline is a little bit small, so I wouldn't hate that. Okay, looks like we're gonna win this fight, but looks like, I mean, this guy's level 5. We would have won this fight regardless of leveling, right? So yeah, you need to check if these fights, 1, you need to level to win, and 2, are winnable if you level, right? Because if you level and lose, that's like worst case scenario. The game is like just very difficult from that spot. But the other thing is like, if you level and win, but you didn't actually need to, then there was no real point in leveling. So yeah, let's continue. Whoa. We sold the Alawies to make 10? We were 2 Alawies off Alawi 3. Unless it's turbo contested, I would have just kept the Alawies here personally. I know you can't make 10 and it's like rough, but I mean, Alawi 3 is going to be a pretty big spike for our board and we're quite close to it. And I mean, theoretically, we can get back our streak, or we can get our gold back by keeping our streak up. So yeah, I would personally hold the Alawies there. I don't think it's the biggest deal of a unit in mages, but I mean, it's definitely nice to have. All right, leveling up this Nomzi though. That's nice, and we're just a few off. Ooh, this is scary. I would scout really hard before making this decision. Yeah, we get another trainer stack, but I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's definitely weaker than second Nami here, right? It buffs Namzi up a little bit, but Namzi 2 Namzi, or yeah, 2 trainer, 3 trainer is really not the big of a diff if you look at like how much damage Namzi is actually doing here. We fight this guy again, but we're on the right side, which is really nice. Only sad thing is our Lulu is kind of on her own, but she gets an ult off. We have double Cyber here, but the Cyber Shell isn't very effective versus us. Ooh, okay, we win. Yeah, it's actually a blowout. And we get to keep the Tristana in. All right, not bad. Oh my god. I'm down to pivot to Aoshin here. I mean, it's definitely better than Nami 2. And it's definitely better than Nami 3 even. I'm down to pivot to Aoshin here. We need one Ornn, and then our board looks really good. I'm completely down to make this pivot personally. You're not buying it though, so maybe you don't want to make it. But I'm pretty sure you definitely make this pivot. I think it's totally fine. Sag. I think, you know, like Ocean 1 is like, depending on items and depending on augments and stuff, is not always better than Rise 2 now with the nerfs to Ocean 1, but it's definitely better than Nami 2, right? Oh wow, and these items are really bad. It's gonna have to end up being Rapid Fire Cannon, huh? That's gotta be. With the Static Shiv, just to proc it more frequently and to gain more mana. We are level 7 with a streak, which is nice. But what's our plan here? Okay, and by the way, it's still, this guy's definitely stronger. Okay, yeah, you can play it over this. That's fine. Yeah, that's okay. This dude's AFK. That's good news for us. All right, so are we just going fast 8 from here? We have such an insane streak. Okay, well, we're winning. But yeah, I think we're gonna have to build Rapid Fire Cannon here. It's not even that bad of an item. You can think of it as like a mana item, kind of, because the extra attack speed generates you mana faster. You know, it's kind of like a weird Shojin. First aid kit or blue battery here. I mean, I think with Ludens, I would just take blue battery personally. It does make you want to pivot into something like an Aoshin less, but it's good on something like a Aurelian Soul if we hit it. I guess you could take Earth's Grab Bag too and get Mage Spat. I don't hate either blue battery or Scrab. I don't really like first aid kit in this comp personally. You get a decent amount of healing and shielding, but I don't think it's enough to make use of it really. Yeah, you take Earths. It's fine. Oh, we hit a Rod there. That's really good. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so we hit Nami 3 and we absolutely send it. We hit a Yasuo, which is great. Okay. Archangels. And then I guess we're building Mage Spat here. Okay, I mean, I don't hate. I beside the point of not hating, I like going 8 here and leveling, I like leveling here. Really would love to just get this Lilia in over this Skarner so that we can get 5 Mage in. And then I'm fine with this being our board. I would slam Rapid Fire Cannon and make a Mage Spat. We also, just making the Mage Spat will give us 5 Mage, so that's fine as well. And I don't think Mage Yasuo is really that good. It might be better than Mage Alawi. I don't really build it that often. Mage Emblem. But my understanding is that Mage Yasuo isn't that strong. We can look at the stats for fun though. Yasuo. 4 average placement. I mean, it's not bad, but just having Yasuo in is probably. Or I mean, this is 4.66, but it generally likes more. I mean, Sona and Asol, yeah, are the best ones ideally. Oh, and Bard is really good as well. But I mean, I'm down to just put it on Alawi for now. I would absolutely make the Mage Spat to get you 5 Mage. And like, we're not building anything else, right? It's not going to be a Ragewing Spat or an Assassin Spat. So I would just build Mage Spat to give us 5 Mage, slam it on Alawi, and then we can move it later onto like an Asol or a Sona, both of which would be fine. Because getting in Sona in this comp is really nice. Gets you a poker. All right, we keep our streak though. We're going fast 9. Is this a fast 9 angle? I mean, we rolled a little bit, so it's technically not fast 9, but it's kind of fast 9. We're holding these items though. Like RFC is good enough. We find another Aoshin. But I mean, if we weren't gonna pivot items off Nami 2, we're definitely not pivoting items off Nami 3. So yeah, this is fine though. Yeah. I mean, they're very tough items. It's definitely not ideal. But it's just Rapid Fire Cannon is not that bad of an item, especially because we have the Static Shiv already, right? So that helps like augment the Static Shiv. Helps you auto attack faster for the Shiv. Okay, Mage Spat popped off. I would personally just put it on Alawi here. Give you 5 Mage. Kind of important. But we're not gonna, but it's real. Oh. Okay, wait. Can we kill an Olaf 3? It seems kind of difficult. Though the Alawi is kind of huge here. I mean, surely this is a 5 Mage diff, right? If we had 5 Mage in here, we would win this fight every time. It was so close. And the extra AP on our entire team would be huge. Unfortunate. And then we just have the glove left over if we build Rapid Fire Cannon. So then I could just build like a with the Archangels, I think Jewel Gauntlet is fine. Yep. I would personally take Rod here. I don't know what you're gonna. ZZ Rot is also not that bad. You could potentially take a ZZ Rot. Okay, we took Rod. That's good. Okay, and it looks like we're doing this so that we can put Mage Spat on her, which I like. I mean, she's the perfect unit. Yeah, I would just build JG on her, put the Mage Spat on her, and just, I mean, as I would have done many times, I would just build the RFC. We definitely want the Mage Spat down, right? Though this sitting on our bench is a little bit rough. Okay, win the fight, though. Not bad. Not bad at all, actually. I mean, we're just going fast 9 at this point. Looks like our board is good enough. I mean, we're 89 HP, which is kind of insane to me, but we take those. And then we just go fast 9 and cap out our board, like, super high. These are great items. But, I mean, yeah. I mean, if we had slammed that Mage Spat, we would still be on a win streak here, which is insane. Really good at Sona positioning. But I don't know what we're saving this Mage Spat for. Sona's one of the best users of it. I guess you're, like, maybe thinking of saving it for an Aurelion Soul level 9, but that's really greedy. I would just slam it here, and like worst case scenario, we can just sell this Sona later and move it. But yeah, imagine like, if we could have won that last combat, our win streak's going on here. Like we're hard chilling. I don't hate this personally. I'm down to take this. Will help us cap out our board even higher. We don't need items actually. Like I'm kind of happy with our items. I don't hate the refresh either though. Like because like RFC, Mage Spat, JG, and those are just our items, so we get an extra unit in. The problem is it doesn't really spike us right now, whereas items will spike us right now a lot harder. Yeah. Okay, end up taking JG. Titans, okay. I mean, yeah, that looks good. And then what else are we gonna build? Because now we're stuck with this. I mean, it has to be JG, JG, and then there's just a bow left over. I guess it could be JG RFC or I mean, you're never building Last Whisper, right? So it's either Gwinsu's JG or no, it's always Gwinsu's JG, right? It has to be Gwinsu's JG. We have two rods. Like, yeah, it's never gonna be Death Cap. Ooh. Okay, I guess you're tabbing out to like look at stats or something, perhaps. I guess it has to just be JG JG Gwinsu. Which is a little bit funny. Oh god, we just tab back in and we're getting destroyed. We still haven't built any of our items. Please, please build items. Especially to keep our win streak. We're still winning. Oh my god, he actually got the kill off. That's insane. We're still winning without slamming items. We had this Mage Spat on our bench for like 20... And we ended up putting it on... We could have put it on Alawi like 10 years ago. Why did we hold it on our bench so long if we weren't going to put it on Alawi? Oh, yep. Yeah. Get the stats out. Get the stats out. Sona. What are you looking for? Best in slot Sona? Look, JG's fine on her. Build it. Okay. And now you see that JG. But we still have to build the other JG. I mean, this just comes with playing the game. And intuitively knowing that certain items are fine from certain spots. Because right now, you're doing something that I've done many, many times. Like when I'm learning the game, is I just sit here like, I don't know what items to build. I don't know, is JG buildable? But I mean, you should just think about this logically, right? We can't build Last Whisper. Because that item does absolutely nothing for our team. So then we're forced to build JG Gwinsu's. So then the question is, where are those items best put? I think we have an Archangel's on Nami. She's going to be gaining AP throughout the entire fight, so I think a JG is fine on her. You could also theoretically build a Gwinsu's on her, though I haven't tried building double JG, but is JG a unique item? I don't think I've ever built JG on a unit. I know, like Infinity Edge is unique. Pick up the Ornn, that's fine. It's faster with 2 Aushins, which is a little bit sad. But yeah, we can just slam the items now. Because it can't be death. If it's Death Cap, then we're stuck with a Last Whisper, which is quite rough. So I would definitely go JG Gwinsu here. Because it gives you 2 items instead of 1, basically. Which would be really nice. Okay. Another Mage Spat would be pretty lit. The blue buff would have been nice for Yasuo, and the cone is fine as well. Shojin's not bad here. Is cone or Shojin better? I like Shojin. Yeah, I would say Shojin's better. using astrals is pretty meta. W. We don't have the gold to hold these Aushins. And you can play Bard on this board, right? You just cut Ornn. I mean, at this point, you just cut a Lowy, right? We don't really care about Astral anymore. So I'm down to just cut a Lowy. Put the Bard in and Mage Spat the Bard. Yeah. I mean, I'm down to hold the Aushin pair over the Aesol, right? Because if we had Aushin too, then the game is quite, maybe not free, but easy. All right, we're finally gonna lose our streak here. Is it the same person with the Olaf? Looks like it is. Okay, but yeah, I'd hold the Aushin pair here. I think you're a little too focused on the Aesol, which is, it's a good unit, right? But Aushin is good as well and can hold all the same items. Well, very similar items, but we have the Shojin, so like you could just sell Sona and put the items on Aushin, and you'd be hard chilling. Okay, we're gonna put in Mage Aesol here, which is okay. I'd love to get this Bard in. We have 3 Evoker in, so you can just cut the Sona at this point and move the items over. I like having the Lulu in still. But yeah, I would personally just play the Aushin here because we have 2. We would be able to hold the Aushin pair, which makes, you know, hitting Aushin 2 a lot easier. And I think Aushin 2, Aesol 2, I mean, both are insanely good. But yeah, I'd play Bard over Sona here and move items. Aesol. Oh, wow. We can move IEJG to Aesol. That would be pretty sick. We don't have a mana item, but like Mage Spat is like kind of a mana item in some ways. So, yeah. I mean, what else are you going to do with this IE? It's got to be IEJG on a carry. And if we sold Sona here, we can make gold. It's not like we're going to play 4 Evoker, I don't think. Doesn't really make that much sense to me. Bard 2 would be... Oh, that unit's really good. That unit's obviously really good. Okay. Personally, Bard 2 over Sona here. I know it's Sona 2. You can also just play Bard 2 over Yasuo here. But then you have really awkward items. So I would take the Sona out because we want to move items to Aesol. It also gives us more gas to roll down with. One thing we absolutely necessarily need to do is take out this Vladimir for this Zoe. It's always Vlad out for Zoe late game. I don't care about having 5 Astral in. Yeah. Okay. Very close. Oh, and I'm at 32 minutes. I should try to wrap this VOD review up. I try to keep them around 30 minutes, but I always go longer because there's so much stuff to talk about. And this is just like a long game because we're, you know, in the top 4. But I'm down to keep watching this one because it's an entertaining one. Okay, sorry about that. Let's get back in the game. Okay. Soraka? Oh my god. Sell the Sona, move items. And we're chilling. Yeah, we don't need 3 Evoker in. I think maybe you, I think this is fine. But yeah, we should definitely be playing the Bard too, right? And we need to play the Zoe over the Vladimir. This is just something that comes with playing the comp multiple times, I think. It's like you're definitely a little bit unsure about what the best board is here, but I think if you play this comp a few times, you can get these units in a lot faster. Because you'll know, like every single time it's flat out for Zoe. I mean, Zoe 1 is, yeah, just miles better than Vladimir. And you also don't need to play this Sona because we have the Evoker in already, and we really want to get Bard in, right? I mean, who are we fighting? Mage is, I mean, Mystic is quite valuable versus this player because, you know, if they're Shyvana, and also Bard 2 is just miles better than a Sona 1. But yeah, maybe we can still just win the fight because Aushin 2 Mage cap is nice, but they have, you know, 2-star unit of their own. I mean, theoretically, our board should be very close to capped. Ooh, we got wrecked. I'm just saying, Bard 2 wins this fight 10 times out of 10. You just take the Zoe 2 with Archangels, right? Yeah, I would take Zoe 2 with Archangels every time. The MR reduction isn't even good because we have Static Shiv already, right? We don't really need that. And it's not even that much of a tank item. Yeah, we should surely fit Bard in here. But yeah, I think maybe you're forgetting that you already have Evoker in with Lulu. Because now we're going to end up taking Yasuo out, which is not ideal. Now we have to IE Nami, which is also not ideal. But getting Bardin is nice. But the Yasuo would be really nice to have. It looks like we're going to win this fight, though. Maybe we win out. Ooh, this is a close game. All right. Well, very close to the end. Rolling it down. Looking for... I mean, there's our Yasuo again. Sona 2, it's lit. But, I mean, we'd have to sell Zoe here, which kind of sucks. I mean, I would even play Zoe here over Sona, personally. But But maybe not over Sona 2, if we're gonna sell that Zoe. But like Zoe's an insane, like what a Smurf Zoe ult, by the way. Me talking about how insane Zoe is. Alright. Is it first? Not bad, not bad. Alright. Definitely a lot of stuff that happened this game that I think could have been done better. I'm like basically over time, so I'm not gonna go over it all again, but I think you know. I enjoy the playstyle. I think it's a good playstyle of like playing for win streak with mages and just playing tempo and then going fast 9. And it looked like the lobby you played in was pretty weak. So I like the playstyle a lot. Just some small improvements about like playing strongest board, slamming items. If you're gonna play for win streak, slamming items is turbo important. Just having that mage mat sit on your bench for 5 rounds or something. If you're gonna play for win streak, if you're gonna play TFT at all, you shouldn't do that. But like if you're gonna play for win streak, it's also really important to not just have items sitting on bench for a long time. And we could have slammed the rapid fire cannon JG. Yeah, you can just think about rapid fire cannon as sort of a mana item as opposed to a attack speed item. I was gonna go pull up stats. I mean, it's not like you shouldn't look for rapid fire cannon as an item. You shouldn't be like, oh, I'm gonna slam rapid fire cannon on my ASOL. But you look at like RFC on Zoe, it performs very, very well. Who's another unit? Like RFC on Deja performs, pretty well. RFC Soraka, because it helps you generate the mana with all of the extra attack speed. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the session. And hope everyone on YouTube enjoyed the session as well. I will catch you all next time. Bye. Oh yeah, Metafy. Check out my Metafy if you want coaching. Thank you. Bye.